two stories. One message, a young coder who built a digital empire from a dorm room, and the world champion who fell, broke, shattered but rose again. Mark Zuckerberg and Tiger Woods lived different lives, but they share one truth. Greatness is built in silence and proven in the storms. Before they won, they were just dreamers, working when no one was watching. This is the story of the boy who saw a bigger world, long before the billions. Before Facebook connected a third of humanity, Mark Zuckerberg was just a kid, curious, introverted, and completely obsessed with building things on a screen. Growing up in the early days of the internet, he didn't just see websites. He saw portals to new worlds, new ways for people to connect. While other kids were outside playing, he was inside typing lines of code, creating simple games and communication tools for his family. He wasn't loud or popular. He was quiet, focused, and driven by a deep fascination with one question. How can technology bring us closer? His passion for coding defined his teenage years. This wasn't a hobby, it was an obsession. While his peers navigated the social minefields of high school, Mark often felt like an outsider, more comfortable with programming languages than with small talk. He was different, and he knew it. But instead of seeing this as a weakness, he channeled that feeling into his work. Every late night spent coding wasn't just about building something cool. It was about creating a space where he felt he belonged. When he walked onto the Harvard campus, he wasn't just another freshman. He arrived with a mission simmering in his mind: to build something truly meaningful. He was about to turn his quiet obsession into a global revolution. It all started in a cramped Harvard dorm room, fueled by late-night pizza and relentless ambition. It began with FaceMash, a controversial hot donut-style website that nearly got him expelled, but proved one thing: people had a deep-seated desire to connect online. That spark ignited a bigger idea. What if there was a universal online directory, a digital Facebook for college students? The concept took hold of him. Alongside his roommates, he plunged into marathon coding sessions. Night after night, the clicking of keyboards filled the room as they built the foundation of what would become a social behemoth. When the Facebook launched, the effect was instantaneous. It wasn't just a success, it was an explosion. Within 24 hours, over 1,000 Harvard students had signed up. The platform spread like wildfire from one campus to the next, a testament to its simple yet powerful appeal. But with this sudden success came friction, doubts, and the first signs of the storms that were to come. As the Facebook exploded, so did the pressure. The rocket ship he'd built was now hurtling into a sky full of turbulence. The first major crisis hit hard: a lawsuit from the Winklevoss twins, who claimed he had stolen their idea. The legal battle was brutal, casting a shadow over his creation and his character. News headlines screamed thief, and courtroom sketches painted him as a cold, calculating prodigy. On top of that, the platform itself was unstable, crashing under the weight of its own rapid growth. The sudden global attention was suffocating. This was Zuckerberg's ceiling floor moment, that point where the pressure from above and the instability from below threatened to crush him entirely. He was on the verge of breaking. It's a place all greats visit. Think of Tiger Woods, at the peak of his power, suddenly brought down by scandals and career-threatening injuries. He too hit his floor, left to wonder if he'd ever climb back. For both men, the question wasn't if they fell, but how they would rise. At his lowest point, Mark Zuckerberg made a decision that would define his legacy. He could have sold the company, taken the money, and walked away from the chaos. Instead, he chose to go bigger. He saw a future beyond a simple college network. He envisioned a global mission to connect the entire world. This was his turning point. He made a radical choice to remove advertisements and prioritize user growth above all else. It was a gamble that baffled investors, but showed his unwavering commitment to the mission. He brought in Sheryl Sandberg, a seasoned executive who could build the business structure he needed to support his global vision. Together, they started taking Facebook worldwide, just as the smartphone revolution was beginning to put the internet in everyone's pocket. It was a mindset shift, a doubling down on the dream. It's the same shift Tiger Woods made in his own wilderness, deciding to endure painful rehabilitation, rebuild his swing from scratch, and reclaim control of his own story. Both men chose to fight. And that fight changed the world. Facebook crossed the 1 billion user milestone, a number once thought impossible. It was no longer just a website. it was a global utility. The acquisitions of Instagram and WhatsApp solidified its dominance, creating a family of apps that redefined communication for a generation. Suddenly, families separated by oceans could share moments in real time. Small businesses could reach customers on the other side of the world. Social movements and even revolutions were organized on its pages. From a Harvard dorm room, Mark Zuckerberg had built one of the most powerful and influential companies in human history. He had reshaped the very fabric of society, just as Tiger Woods, against all odds, once again put on the green jacket at the 2019 Masters. Cementing one of the greatest comebacks in sports history, Zuckerberg proved that relentless focus could turn a fledgling idea into a global empire. So what can we learn from Mark Zuckerberg and Tiger Woods? The lessons are profound. First, you don't need to be the loudest person in the room, you just need to be the most consistent. Their greatest work was done in silence, away from the crowds. Second, build before the world understands you. Visionaries often work on ideas that seem strange or unnecessary until they become essential. Third, obsession creates mastery. Their relentless, all-consuming focus is what separated them from the rest. And finally, they teach us that you can fall from the absolute top and rise again, sometimes even stronger. Storms don't break legends, they reveal them. Their stories prove that resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about how you respond to it. The legacy of what started in that dorm room is still unfolding. It's the social media revolution that connected billions of people, for better or for worse. It's the countless entrepreneurs who were inspired to start their own ventures, believing that they too could change the world with a single idea. It's the acceleration of technology and the new questions we face about privacy, connection, and truth in a digital age. Mark Zuckerberg's journey, like Tiger's, is a testament to the power of a single-minded vision. It shows that one person's obsession can ripple outwards, touching nearly every corner of the globe and shaping the future in ways we are still just beginning to understand. Mark built a global movement from a tiny dorm room. Tiger rebuilt himself from the ruins of failure. Two different journeys, one powerful message. Greatness is not born, it is built. It is built in silence, in pain, in doubt, and in a relentless, unwavering belief in your own mission. If you are struggling today, if you feel lost or overlooked, remember their stories. Your story isn't over, it's just the part before you win. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, please subscribe for more.